Jen, will you turn that down or turn it off for me, please, so it doesn't keep doing that?
I'm just turning your stuff on and vibrate.
Thank you. I personally like the sound, but it's probably not appropriate during a podcast.
the dings of the phone.
Yes, and a bell.
Oh, goodness gracious. Welcome, everybody. Apologies for the late start. I know we're only 2 minutes into being late, but we're making it. We're just waiting on our interpreters. In the meantime, quick introductions. I'm Haley. I'm the crisis response advocate here at Oasis.
I'm Ramona, Resiliency Coordinator and shelter
Person,
I guess you could say, right? Yeah.
For now.
For the moment.
Like I said, we're just waiting on interpreters, and once they're in here, we'll be able to begin. And it looks like I don't have any information on where they are yet. That's crazy. Did they not get the right link, I wonder?
I wonder. You guys all know me, I'm not that tech savvy. I just know how to plug things in and push buttons when I'm told. Or suggested.
Just gotta wait. Scoot over so I can see the... Nope, gotta go this way. Hi, Ramona.
Hi. Give you some room?
Yeah, thanks. Appreciated. Is that popping up in anything?
Mm-mm.
No. Nope. And I don't see anybody in our list. I really don't like this setup. Not start. I don't want start. Thank you. Drop the list. Collapse. Thank you. Well, unfortunately, it looks like our interpreters are running a little late, so for now, we'll just go ahead and dig in.
Would you like to read the definition of resiliency, since that's what we're working on first thing this morning?
Well, I was going to introduce the actual podcast.
Okay.
And you wanted to read it anyway, so.
No.
We love a little bit of chaos while we're doing this, don't we? So, welcome to Housing or Bust. Like I said, I'm Haley. This is Miss Ramona. And Housing or Bust is what we talk about, is our podcast that we talk about housing situations here in Curry County, Oregon. And welcome. It's pretty straightforward. So with that, Ms. Ramona will go ahead and read the definition of resiliency.
Gotta find some specs. Resilient, able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
So with that, how would you define resilience?
Being able to get back up on your feet from a situation, any kind of situation, especially like homelessness, and being positive about it, working on it, and not letting it get you down.
Oh, I just got a message from our executive director that our interpreters should be here, but they might be having technical difficulties, which with this podcast doesn't surprise me. We tend to have at least one each podcast. So one moment, please. She says that they should be. Oh, okay. Let me send a new one. I'm just going to send a new link. Excuse me, I gotta crowd you again. Apologies for the technical difficulties, everybody. Gotta look over the camera to see what I'm doing. Click. I clicked you. Work. Thank you. And now we go here. Paste and enter. And they should be on there any minute. And then we'll have our interpreters. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience. We absolutely love technical difficulties around here. It is our lifeblood. Just gonna steal a sip while we wait.
Give it a couple of moments.
Yep. They should be in any second. Because our room didn't expire, so not sure what's going on. Huh? Nice. Got your sweatshirt today. Well, that's something we could chat about while we wait for our interpreters. Are you excited for your new sweater? Do you want to show the viewers your new
Sure.
sweater?
Would you
Here,
mind,
let's
Jen?
just scoot in and go.
Come in.
We got a new one right here. Here it is. And do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Missing and murdered Indigenous women. I am enrolled with the Kurd Nation, and I support trying to find our missing and murdered sisters and brothers across the nation and into Canada and Alaska. So this was a way that we were showing support for the missing and murdered that are out there across our nation.
Thank you, Miss Mona. We really appreciate that. Are you excited?
Yeah, I am, man.
Put it
I'll
on
put
right
that
now.
bad boy on right now. Pardon me.
Put it on right now. Get ready to go.
Oh, yes.
Can't see. I'm gonna crowd you for just a
Okay.
second again.
Still working on our interpreters.
Yeah, not quite sure where they're at yet. Still says they're not here yet. They should be able to just jump right on in. Okay, I gotta step out. I can't believe how awkward it must be trying to have a podcast and
We're
having
just
technical
trying to
difficulties
fix-
like this, and we're just.
At least last time it was just the microphone messing up on us. People could see us and try to figure out what we're saying.
Aha! Here we go.
Morning.
Hello. Can't quite see it. There you are.
There's one.
Can you go ahead and state your name and say hello for us?
Hi, yes, I'm Tabitha.
Hi, Tabitha.
Morning,
Thank you for
Tabitha.
joining us today. We really appreciate it. And sorry that we didn't get you that correct link right away.
No problem. Dalton is joining soon too, so there will be two of us.
Beautiful, beautiful. I
Thank you.
just have it set up where I need to click on you two to make you bigger on the podcast. So I'm just gonna click that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to make you guys bigger. That's speaker. There we go. That's better. All right. And for now, are we good and bleh, I can talk, I promise. Are we good to go ahead?
Or should we wait for the other interpreter?
Did we freeze? I think we
I'm sorry. Am I still good?
No, it looks like our end froze. Give us just a second here. Oop, that was the wrong button. Aha!
Oh, there
It's
she is,
because
though.
Mr. Dalton has finally joined us and it froze on us when he did.
Dalton breaks everything, so that's normal.
Very good. So glad to know that. So we can fix it ahead of time. All right, well, we already read the definition of resiliency, so we'll just go ahead and repeat that just one time to kind of make sure it's recorded for the ASL. And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm just going to do a quick, hold on. This video is being a pain on my neck. There we go. Now, with that, Ms. Mona, will you please read the definition one more time? I'm so sorry.
Sure. Resilient, able to withstand or recover quickly from a difficult condition.
So with that, the resiliency and what it means to me would be that you are able to recover from things that are way far over your head. You know, you could have lost in your whole family and you can still stand out on top. It's just something that you have to be resilient about. You can recover, you can be stronger than what's going on. So with that, we're just going to go ahead and cover a couple of other things that we have today. Unfortunately, our podcast will be a little shorter due to we originally had planned to do Veterans Day, but had a little bit of a mishap, but that's okay, right? So with that, we're going to go ahead and read off the 5 skills of resiliency.
Self-awareness, mindfulness, self-care, positive relationships, and purpose.
So with that, self-awareness. Self-awareness is where you are aware of what's going on in your interpersonal feelings and how you are interacting with yourself and with others. So self-awareness is very important to have, as well as mindfulness. Another thing is self-care. Self-care is so very important because if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you take care of others? It's like being in, for example, nursing.
Right.
If you can't take care of, yourself, how are you supposed to take care of others? If you're not taking care of your personal health, you're not strong enough to turn somebody over or, sit down and listen to a story that they may have.
Right. It's a physical, mental self-care for yourself to be able to help others.
Yeah, and it's very important to understand this, that some people's self-care is helping others, and that's okay.
Right.
It's perfectly fine to be able to help others to feel like you're being fulfilled, but you do have to remember that it is important to take care of you first. So with that, we move on to positive relationships. Positive relationships are something that somebody really must have in their life in order to understand how to interact with others in a, positive purpose. With that, do you have any comments on that, Ms. Mona?
Well, I'd like to, our team here at Oasis, we support each other as best we can when somebody needs that support, so we're encouraging them, you got this, and if there's a problem, then you end up making it positive, just being able to sit down and talk to somebody with whatever, but the positive words,
Affirmations?
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't thinking of the word, but the affirmation and stuff like that. So this team, it works great for positive.
I do have to say that our team here at Oasis is very strong, very positive, and we're extremely grateful for how everybody interacts with each other. We really are just a cohesive team. We might have our moments, but what team doesn't, right?
Right, exactly.
So with that, we move on to purpose. Everybody in this life, I feel like, which is important to state, has a purpose in their life, whether it's the cure for cancer or just helping people in need. There's so many different purposes and so many different ways to live your life that one might not know.
Let's take that gentleman that likes to play the, what is it, not the ukulele. Is that what he plays on
I
the
think
streets?
it's
And he's so positive, and he's so, he makes, I know for a lot of people that I've talked to regarding this gentleman, he makes them feel like there's a purpose that they can, do whatever they had planned to do, make it a little more spectacular for them. Hey, he's out here doing this. Yeah, I can. I feel like I have that purpose because I've seen him, because he's so positive.
Yeah, there's definitely people in this world that are more, enlightened?
Yeah, there you go.
That are much more enlightened, that kind of understand, sound difficulties, apologies, but that are much more enlightened, that are ready to give that positivity to others to, help guide them along their path. And that's a beautiful thing to witness. So with that, we're going to move on to a couple of different sections. And Miss Mona is going to go ahead and walk us through her applesauce canning that she did on Facebook. So first, what was that first step, Miss Mona?
The first step is to prep your apples, peeling them, coring them, and getting them, cleaned up and stuff to be boiled up in water for so long. You let them cook, get soft, and then you get them to a nice slow simmer, 25 minutes. And you know, they don't get mushy, but they get soft. And then you'll put, you know, let them cool off and all that. And then a lot of people will use a potato smasher, blenders, and stuff like that. There are those people that like chunks in their applesauce. I'm not one of them. But so I used a blender and made it really nice and mushy and everything. And then, you know, taste, season it to however you like. Some like it sweet, some like it kind of tart. I know most everybody likes cinnamon. Some like nutmeg in their applesauce. So, you know, after it's done, we'll get it all cooled off, and then we're getting ready to start canning it. And we're going to try and put those on Facebook next week on how the process of canning applesauce after it's done.
So with that, just as a quick note, Miss Mona has already recorded her applesauce making videos, video on Facebook, and it's already up there. But you are welcome to go check it out on our Facebook page. It'll be super fun to watch. She's really funny. And don't forget to follow our social medias. That's very important too. Now with that, we're just going to cover a couple more plans that we have in place, and we should be good to go with that. So plan number one, it sounds like you've got a worm farm, Miss Mona.
Yes, thanks to our executive director. I love you very much for this one because this is something I've been wanting to do. So, yeah, she acquired some worms and stuff, and we're going to be, I would like to see an area outside the greenhouse for them so they have their dirt and stuff like that and utilize them for the gardening during the spring and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, tell me a little bit about what you have planned for our greenhouse and gardening.
We acquired some seeds and stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of vegetables, corn, tomatoes. We've got the greenhouse cleaned up and stuff. We got a bunch of succulents in there right now, and we're taking care of those through the winter to keep them going. And then come this, you know, like March and stuff like that, we'll get together and start our seeds for the summer for our vegetables and things like that. And then we'll start them in the greenhouse, and then we'll take them out to the big garden boxes.
Wow, that's going to be
with
huge.
Our worms in with the garden boxes.
That's going to be great. You're going to have so many vegetables.
I hope so. I hope we have lots.
You're going to have lots and lots. See, this is another thing about the resiliency program that Miss Mona runs. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Is that she is in charge of taking care of the greenhouse and that we have on our property, and it's a fabulous greenhouse. It's pretty big. It's pretty big, and we got lots of succulents and air plants. We got air plants in there.
Yeah,
right?
well, we got a few left. Some of them didn't make it before I got here, so.
Oh,
I
that's
managed
so
to
sad.
save two, but they're big too. So,
But another one that it looks like we have on here, got our secret list, don't mind us, is that you're going to be doing bread making in December for the holidays. Is that right?
I'm going to work on it, yeah. We're going to try and do some, nothing like fruitcake or anything like that, but just holiday breads and stuff that
Yeah,
would
like
share
sweet
having dinner
breads.
specials and sweetbreads, things like that. Yeah, so we're going to try and do that before Christmas and have some of that up on Facebook, things like that. So.
Oh, that'll be so nice. You guys are definitely going to have some success with that and a lot of fun, even though it might be messy.
I'm not the greatest bread maker. I'm a fry bread maker, but when it comes to making bread, I love making bread. It just never turns out for me. So I'm going to keep practicing.
The process is great. The ending, not so much.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
So with that, I also heard a little rumor about journaling in January.
I got some information from a coworker regarding journaling, and it's come up a lot that there's a lot of people in the community and stuff that would like to learn how to journal,
Oh,
and I
really?
being one of them. Yeah, I was hoping that we could try to start something like that just after the new year.
Okay,
Maybe
and
get
do you have anything in plans? Where my brain stopped working, I apologize. Do you have anything in terms of plans for the subjects that you'll be journaling?
It would be like the self-care, support, the purpose, the mindfulness, things like that,
So the 5 skills that,
Yeah, the
that we
5
mentioned
skills,
earlier?
right, exactly. And then, helping them get back, the survivors to get back on their feet. So what
Yeah.
helps them to better themselves.
Yeah, just kind of walk them through the steps, but also on their own path at
Right.
the same time. That's going to be really interesting because everybody takes everything at a different pace.
Right.
So that'll
Exactly.
be interesting to see.
Exactly.
So another thing is the prep for the greenhouse for spring. Is there anything special that you have planned aside from the vegetables in that?
Other than taking care of the succulents that are in there now, just kind of a clean up and make boxes. I'm going to make a potato box for the potatoes. We'll set up the big boxes that are out in front of the shelter now and get those moved around. We've got some dirt coming in, so we get to divvy up in each area. So just as far as prepping and getting it in place where, you know, the plants can get a certain amount of sun, not too much wind, stuff like that, because it is Back Creek. Other than that, no, just pretty much prep area.
Oh, okay. So with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to this little section that we have where we are going to give out Miss Ramona's email. So she's ready to go for receiving any ideas that you might have for like holiday breads or, excuse me, my eyeball itched really bad. Her email for any holiday breads, any recipes that you may have, any ideas. We're more than willing to accept extra ideas, right,
And
Miss
try.
Ramona?
I want to try all kinds of bread, so please send them my way.
So exciting. So with that, her email is Ramona, and that is RAMONA.S@oasisadvocacy.org. And again, just send in any ideas that you might have. We're very excited about that. And now this is the portion of our podcast where we ask the viewers to kind of, you know, pop in with their questions in chat, and we're ready to answer. So if you have any questions, we are more than willing to listen, and we're just going to let that sit there for a minute and see if you guys have anything to say. So, oh, I'm such a goof.
You and me both. I'm just trying to behave on camera.
So while we have this here, thank you again very much to our interpreters. You guys were awesome today. We really appreciate you coming in, even if we did have a little bit of technical difficulties, but that was on our end. But still, thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. So it looks like we only have one viewer, and I'm pretty sure that's one of us. So with that, thank you very much. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. I promise I can talk. It's just super hard, apparently. But thank you very much, and we hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful day, and good luck.